Hey everyone, welcome to another FM synthesis custom patch tutorial. In this video, I'll be showing you how to program madFame electric piano pad. So as the name suggests, this one has a few layers to it, which I'll explain as we go through the tutorial. You can click ahead to the tutorial by following the timestamp in the description below, or you can click the time as displayed in the graphic above. If you haven't seen already, the most recent episode of SynthQuest has just come out, and it focuses on the origin of the DX7 and FM synthesis. So it's a really good overview of the history of this amazing machine and how it came about. So if you're into synth history, or you're a fan of the DX series or FM synthesis, I suggest you check it out. There is a link in the description below. Okay, so this is how you program madFame electric piano pad. The first thing we do as always is we initialize a patch. This one uses algorithm 5. And starting with the output levels, operator 1 is 99, operator 2 is 75, operator 3 is 99, operator 4 is 65, operator 5 is 99, and operator 6 is 60. Operator 6 has the feedback loop, which goes to 6. Then we go to the frequency values. Operator 1 is in fixed frequency mode, so make sure you switch that over, and its coarse frequency goes down to 1 Hz. Operator 2 stays in ratio mode, but its coarse frequency drops down to 0.5. So in this arrangement, operator 2 being in ratio mode gives us all of the pitch information from the keyboard, which is why we can still play chromatically. Operator 1 being in fixed frequency mode is being controlled to a degree by the modulator in terms of output and pitch. One thing that it can do, since it's in fixed frequency mode, is that we can utilize it like an LFO. So not this LFO that's up here, but its own individual, separate, isolated LFO. Now, so long as it's down at 1 Hz and between there and 10 Hz, we'll get a pretty decent LFO effect. And we can change the speed simply by changing its fine frequency amount. And this is what it sounds like. And this is a technique you can use on any patch. So if you've got, let's say, a 2-operator combination, which is a carrier modulator, as long as you've got this arrangement and you're using the carrier in fixed frequency mode with a 1 Hz to 10 Hz value, you'll be able to create this additional LFO. So next we go to operator 3, and its coarse frequency goes down to 0.5. Operator 4 is 0.51. Operator 5 is 0.5. And operator 6 is 0.5. Okay, now we go to the envelopes. Starting with operator 1, we're just going to change the rates, which are rate 1 50 and rate 4 35. And then we go store and copy that to operator 2. And this here is our pad envelope. And you can hear when I change the fine frequency for operator 1, the carrier, we get the LFO effect. Okay, now go to operator 3. Operator 3, we change the levels first, so level 2 goes to 0, and level 3 goes to 0. Then we go to rate 2, which is 35, and rate 4, which is 55. Then we press store and copy that to operator 5. And then we go to operator 4, which is really easy. We just change rate 4 to 0, press store, and copy that to operator 6. Now we have our pad envelopes done and our key envelopes. Now we go to keyboard level scaling, and in this patch I'm using keyboard level scaling to basically give myself a little bit of an extra boost in output level on operator 6. So operator 5 and operator 6, this operator pair are the two that I'm using to create the Rhodes electric piano. And the Rhodes electric piano in this patch has the nice bell sound up here, but I also want it to have an aggressive, distorted growl down here in the lower register, and you can hear that it doesn't have it yet. So the way that I'm going to create that just in the lower register is I use keyboard level scaling. Basically, this is how the keyboard level scaling works. It's an additional output level control. Using the keyboard level scaling allows you to control at which point on the keyboard the output level of whichever operator you're applying this to gets louder or quieter. So if I set the breakpoint to the middle of the keyboard, I now have a left side and a right side. And I can determine whether either of those sides is going to get louder in volume from this breakpoint or quieter in volume from the breakpoint. So I could have the left side going louder, I can have the right side getting quieter. But basically where I set the breakpoint is where I can determine where the left side and the right side are going to occur. And this is per operator. So of course, as we know, if I apply this to a carrier, we're actually going to affect the overall output level. If I apply it to a modulator, we'll be affecting the overall output level of that modulator, which in part affects the tone or the timbre. So in this case, I'm applying it to a modulator, which is operator 6, and I'm making the left-hand side of its output level increase on the left-hand side of the breakpoint. So make sure you've selected operator 6, press breakpoint, and set that to C7. Go to curve, and make sure you've got your left key scale selected, and change that to plus linear. Then go to depth, make sure it's left scale depth, and adjust that to 15. Now when I play the lower register, we've got a bit more distortion down there. And if I play down the keyboard, you can hear that it's not affected down here. Now this is a bit too aggressive. So being that it's an electric piano sound, I also want to give it some key velocity sensitivity. And this here will allow me to play dynamically and control how much distortion I want based on how quickly I press the keys. So go to key velocity, starting with operator 1, and we can increase that to 2. Go to operator 3, increase that to 1, and operator 6, increase that to 2. So now I've got some dynamic control over that distortion. And that there is madFame electric piano pad. If you've got a Korg Volca FM or DX, you can stop and save the patch here. Remember, you can switch the individual parts on and off just by using the operator on-off switches. But if you've got a DX7 and you want to control the output level of the pad and the detuned keys with the modulation wheel, then follow on. We go to mod sensitivity, starting with operator 1, set that to 2. Make sure you're changing the amplitude of the mod sensitivity, and go to operator 2, set that to 3, and operator 4, set that to 1. Then we go function, mod wheel range, make that 99, and EG bias is on. Now in the highest position, we'll have all of our parts playing. In the lowest position, we will reduce the volume of the pad and detune keys, just like this. And that there is madFame electric piano pad. That's me for now. Make sure you like and subscribe. Check out my Patreon page, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.